need one 30-pounder that could move and actually beat Barrios. Do you know of any?
130? They're all a little undersized.
Right. And and more importantly, what promoter would allow a 30-pounder to move to 40? You know what I'm saying? What could Oscar Valdez? Could Oscar
calculated move?
Yeah. Could Oscar
wrist there, but Tank's power is.
Yeah, but could Oscar Valdez? Could Valdez beat Barrios?
That'd be hard.
Okay. Okay. You name any 30-pounder.
Or?
Yeah. No. Good fighter. The whole nine. His promoter would never let him do that. And there's no slight on him. You have weight classes for a reason. This is a huge risk that Tank is taking. Something that, again, that wasn't my idea. Yeah. Wasn't my idea. Totally his idea. Tank will fight anybody. It's not about going down. He will campaign and fight the biggest fights possible. And there's no name specific because, in my opinion, in his opinion, and Floyd's opinion, he can beat each and every one of those guys out. It's just a matter of us making the fight.
Leonard, what did you make of Josh Taylor's performance against?
Oh, it was a tremendous fight. I was picking Ramirez. I'm on the record with saying that. I thought Ramirez had enough and he could do enough, but again, all credit is due to Josh Taylor. He fought a tremendous fight. You got to give him credit.
I know at one point the name of Vasily Lomachenko was mentioned alongside Tank. I know that was a while ago. Is that a fight that's still sort of looming and like someone you would want to match?
We'll fight anybody. We'll fight anybody. It just has to totally make sense. It makes sense.
What did you think about Canelo's performance?
Canelo is a very good fighter. He's a very good fighter. But things are different now. I mean, he was a guy at 47, 54, and he wasn't a puncher. Now all of a sudden he's walking through guys at 68 and 75. So things are different now. He's a tremendous fighter though.
And him versus Caleb Plant, which seems to be next. Obviously Caleb Plant, PBC.
He can't beat Caleb. He can't beat Caleb.
Why not?
Because Caleb has all the wrong things for him. He has all the wrong things for him. Trust and believe it. See, because what you guys have only seen is just glimpses of Plant. Because again, everybody doesn't rise to the occasion of the level of opponent that they face. But given the opportunity on the big stage against a big name, and styles make fights. He has everything that he needs to beat Canelo. Everything. Y'all say he can't punch, but he can punch. He can punch. You know, he's a tremendous boxer. He has great defensive skills. You know, but more importantly, he's a thinking fighter. He's a thinking fighter, and people always tend to miscalculate those kind of things. And I think that's one of his biggest advantages going into the Canelo fight. That's just my opinion.
Is Canelo pound for pound number one for you at the moment?
No. I think he's a tremendous fighter. I still personally say Terrence Crawford. I know he's been inactive. And it takes nothing away from Alvarez because, you know, but the level of guys that he's fought recently, I mean, it is what it is. You got to call it what it is. So, and not. I mean, come on, man. Let's face it. We know who he's fought recently, and it has nothing to do with him being a great fighter, because I truly think that he's a great fighter. But there are guys out there that will give him a better run for his money than the few guys he's just fought recently. And it's not saying that he avoided any of those guys. I'm not even insinuating that, but I like to see him, how he matches up with Plant, Charlo, Benavidez. I would like to see those kind of fights. I don't want to see Yildirim and no knock against Saunders. No, you know, I don't want to see those kind of fights, because see, I know what it's like to fight a big, strong, athletic fighter who ain't gonna back down and who's gonna continue to bring it and willing to exchange and gonna be in his ass all night long. I know what that's like.
Speaking of styles, Pacquiao Spence.
Can I grab you last one, guys?
Sure.
Pacquiao Spence, man, we gotta talk about it. About that.
I think it's a tremendous fight. I know it's a fight that Earl has wanted, and you got to commend Manny Pacquiao at 42 years old, stepping up to the plate and taking on a tremendous challenge like that. It should be a very, very good fight.
For a win for Errol with that leapfrog Terrence Crawford and
You said win.
for Errol, he beats Pacquiao with
That's big. That's big. He knows what it does for his career, and he's wanted this fight to happen for quite some time, and Al made it happen, and so you got to give Earl credit for staying focused on what his goal is and sticking to because he's had a tremendous amount of success being a pay-per-view fighter, being an attraction, and now he's getting a marquee fight. He's fighting a true legend in Manny Pacquiao, and it should be a great event. I think it will do incredible numbers because obviously Manny has already cemented himself as being a household name, and that's big for the mainstream fans, not just the boxing fans, but it will bring the mainstream attention to an event like that.
What if Manny wins? What do you think it puts him all?
Ooh, that's a big if though. That is a tremendous challenge ahead of him that he's facing. And he will be the underdog coming in, and there will be a large contingency of fans that will be pulling for Manny Pacquiao. I can guarantee you that.
People have said that I've heard fans say well, if Pacquiao beats Spence, he might move ahead of Floyd.
Nah. Floyd spanked that ass, and he spanked Canelo's ass. That tell you everything you needed to know. And he went 50-0, and he beat more world champions than anybody. And he beat Manny Pacquiao easy. And he beat Canelo easy. Easy.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Leonard. We want to see this just because of the progression of Canelo. At all. Would he entertain a rematch with Canelo at all?
Absolutely not. For what? He already kicked his ass. Easy.
People would counter. He got him when he was young.
Okay, they can say whatever they want to.
Yeah.
The W's in the book, and the money's already in the bank.
More money though. We know he loves money.
Listen, before he got all the money. He got all the money.
Well, you
got all the money.